There comes a moment, often in the quiet hours of early morning, when you rise from bed and feel that small, unsettling wobble beneath your feet, a gentle reminder that balance, something you once trusted without thinking, has quietly begun to fade. And with it comes a whisper of fear that perhaps your body is changing faster than your heart is ready for. And if you've ever felt that hesitation or reached for a wall that wasn't always necessary, you are not alone, because so many adults between 65 and 85 experience the same slow shifts, the same unexpected unsteadiness, and the same worry about what it means for their future mobility and independence. Yet within this concern lies a chance for understanding. Because balance is not simply a matter of strength or age, but a delicate conversation between the inner ear, the muscles, the joints, and even the brain itself, all working together like instruments in an orchestra that sometimes falls slightly out of tune as the years pass. And when that inner orchestra loses its rhythm due to natural changes, like reduced fluid in the inner ear, stiffening of the ankles, or slower communication between nerves, the body begins to hesitate, to sway a little, to second-guess the ground beneath it, creating the very sensations that can make walking feel more cautious and standing feel less secure. But the comforting truth, spoken softly and calmly, is that the body still listens, still responds, still learns. And this is where a simple, natural daily habit can help tune the orchestra again, gently teaching the body how to find its center with less fear and more confidence, which leads us to a quiet yet powerful remedy. The practice of barefoot grounding on safe, natural surfaces, a habit that may sound small but carries a surprising impact, because allowing the soles of your feet to connect directly with the earth, whether it's soft grass, a warm wooden deck, or a smooth indoor mat, awakens the sensory nerves that help the brain map balance, activates the tiny stabilizing muscles in the feet and ankles, and encourages a subtle recalibration of posture and coordination. And the beautiful thing about this habit is that it requires no equipment, no intensity, no strain, just a few minutes of gentle engagement each day, making it accessible to anyone regardless of current mobility level. Because even standing while holding onto a sturdy chair, or even sitting and placing the bare soles on the ground, can begin the same quiet conversation between body and earth. To use this remedy in a way that truly supports your stability, choose a calm, safe moment, perhaps in the morning when the light is soft and your mind is still waking, and stand barefoot on a comfortable surface, keeping your feet about hip-width apart. Then lightly hold onto a counter or chair if needed, letting your toes relax, letting your heels sink naturally, and simply feel the ground beneath you. Stay there for 30 seconds to a minute, breathing gently. And if you feel steady enough, shift your weight slowly from side to side, as if reminding your body that it still knows how to balance, still knows how to adjust, still knows how to support you. Then rest, and repeat this simple practice once or twice more throughout the day, perhaps in the afternoon when your muscles are warm, or in the evening as a quiet closing ritual, allowing repetition to build familiarity, and familiarity to build strength. With time, usually within a few weeks, you may begin noticing small but meaningful changes. A sense that your ankles feel more awake, that your steps feel more grounded, that the slight tremble you once felt when rising from a chair softens into a steadier rise, and even the feeling that your posture becomes a little more lifted, almost as if your body remembers an older, confident version of itself. You may notice, too, that walking on flat surfaces becomes more fluid, that your stride feels less hesitant, and that you trust your feet again in ways you thought were fading. And these improvements often appear quietly, gently, without fanfare, just as the challenges themselves once crept in. And this kind of gentle progress may bring a quiet sense of relief, a warm reassurance that your body is still capable of healing, adapting, and strengthening in ways that honor your age rather than fight it. Some people describe the sensations that return as subtle awakenings. The feeling of toes gripping with more purpose, the comforting firmness of the earth rising to meet them, the slight warmth spreading through the arch of the foot, or that tender moment when standing feels just a little more like standing did years ago. And these sensations, however small, become reminders that healing does not need to be dramatic to be meaningful, that improvement does not need to be fast to be real, that the path back to balance is built on calm repetition, patient listening, and treating your body with the same kindness you offer others. And as you continue this practice, day after day, breath after breath. You may find not only physical improvements, but also an emotional lightness, a steadying of the heart that comes from knowing you are not surrendering to age, but walking alongside it with wisdom, with gentleness, with gratitude. Because balance is not merely the ability to stand upright, but the ability to trust yourself again, to feel connected to your own strength, to know that every step you take is supported not just by your muscles and bones, but by the choices you make each day to care for yourself. And so, as you embrace this natural grounding habit, let it become more than a physical exercise. Let it become a daily reminder of your resilience, a soft reassurance that your body still responds to nurturing, still listens to the smallest efforts, still rises to meet you when you show a consistent love. And allow this growing steadiness to fill your days with a renewed sense of hope, reminding you that even in the later chapters of life, your journey is still unfolding, your strength is still present, and your connection to your own well-being remains beautifully within reach, inviting you to trust each step, appreciate each improvement, and continue forward with a heart that knows it is still capable, still healing, and still wonderfully alive.